I praise the people that don't have to deal with fast metabolism. But at the same time, I also feel sad if they want to have a body like mine, which is very lean and still strong, I guess. I can lift around around 100 kilos somethings with like my full body. Normally I can lift a 40-kilo bag with my arms basically. So I guess that's kind of still I guess it's still strong. I'm mostly delusional by weight, so my brain doesn't really understand weights a lot. So usually, if somebody might say that's a lot of lifting power, basically for your body type, I'm like, I have no idea because I am mostly just delusional when it comes to these type of things. Even find money, 200,000 K is not a lot for me. I don't know why, but my brain just works like that. But yeah, but still, my fast metabolism really is something that is like it's pretty much killing me. Like it's literally killing me. Like if I don't eat in the morning, I apparently can be losing around 400 calories in that single morning period, which is fucking wild to me. But it explains why I'm literally like either feeling a bit lightheaded or not really able to do a lot of things if I didn't really eat or if I'm not really getting enough nutrients, basically that in my body. Now, the financial support, lack of financial support is really something. Now, some of you might say get a job and this and that, but you gotta understand if you have a fast metabolism and you also stress a lot, it speeds off it speeds up the process of just digesting or just your body trying to survive basically. Now picture that with like me having to walk to work or just take the bus to go to work and then be in that place for hours. Like if I literally stand, I burn fat. If I sit, I burn fat. Now I don't have. I also don't really have transportation, so it's not easy. But at the moment, basically, it's not easy. So I have to deal with like the fact that my body is really killing itself, and that the fact that I'm aesthetically pleasing to look at. Now, OnlyFans is an option. OnlyFans is an option. It's really an option. It's a option. Yeah, but still, let me just show you what I'm trying to eat right now to kind of boost my sugar level a bit, because lately I've been craving a lot of sweetness. Normally I don't really crave a lot of sweetness, so I'm kind of concerned about my sugar level that it might be a bit low also. So I'm eating like rice, white rice, and some two scrambled eggs. Like I literally broke two eggs. I'm eating suches, which is like a Surinamese snack basically. It's like sweet, like it's basically sweet, and cola is another sweet drink. Okay, everybody in the fucking knows what cola is, but cola basically to kind of boost. It's not diet. It's just regular cola. So it's really like me trying to fucking boost my body. It's sad in some way, I guess. I don't know. Why is my voice changing? What the fuck? Nah, but still, I have been really battling a lot with trying to bulk, and just dealing with growing up, which really has increased my fast metabolism, which is weird. because I kind of thought it was not gonna be any different because I used to work like warehouse. I used to like do warehouse job, which is the reason why I still have this fucked up nail. But it's like my first job that I also got essayed, like as a wild fucking abusive trip, I guess. But still, I used to do like a warehouse job, and there I used to have the same diet, and I didn't really get affected as much. But I guess lately my body really has been needing more nutrients, which makes sense. I'm getting older, but still, it's concerning to me because not only do I have, the situation that I have, I also have very sensitive skin. Like, if I touch dust and or if I touch a dirty surface with my hand and I do this on my face, which I don't know if I'm kind of getting also already a line. Like, look at this shit, for example. Like this, I get lines on my face when I touch a dirty surface, or just in any fucking, like I could be sitting on this couch that I'm sitting on right now, and maybe a bit of dusty, and I do this. I can have lines on my face. It usually lasts around 30 minutes or some shit like that, but that also kind of limits my job opportunities by a lot because the things that I enjoy doing is physical work. I don't enjoy doing office job because I also have. Okay, I could do office job, but still, I don't really have the diploma for that shit. But my physical shit is the guess my hand. Like, I'm basically a handyman in that shit and situation. But with my body, really, it's really limiting. Okay, limit. Yeah, I think I need to eat, but lim. Okay, I'm gonna fucking going off topic. Limitating basically. Six. Okay, okay. I'm getting fucking sugar rush. That's why I'm literally suddenly so hyper. It happens. I'm autistic. My body fucking sleeps when I drink coffee. Neurodivergence basically. Stuff just works backwards, I guess. But still, um, neurodivergence, fast metabolism, and sensitive skin with dyslexia and dyscalculia. Dyslexia, some of you might know, but dyscalculia is when you have a bit of a difficulty doing calculations. It's embarrassing when I'm at the cashier and also trying to fucking just fucking count for like what's 5 plus 9. My brain is like, oh shit, I don't know. Suddenly that anxiety just fucking kicks in and it's just like, oh shit. Or basically when I have like small $5 bills, for example, and I need to count up to 30, I'm like, oh shit. Let me just my hands are fucking shaking, like they fucking just shaking, and I'm like, oh shit. Fuck this, I'm paying with my card. Like that has happened many times, but that is also one of the limiting um, things basically when it comes to meet my job opportunity. Other one is my speech, which really can be a bit of an issue, I guess. But still, um, I don't know. Like it went like I the day that I get famous and I get mocked for my speech is the day that I'm literally gonna be like, why the fuck do I have to go through this shit? Why? Yeah, but still, um, yeah, I might have ADHD also. Definitely might have ADHD. Yeah. So that's yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, but still, um, I don't know. I like how this video started with like fast metabolism. Now it's just get becoming a random thing as it goes, as the video goes, which is mostly gonna be my content. But yeah, have you ever thought about eating like um a flower, like literally? Have you ever thought about eating a flower? I mean, they're like artificial flowers, you know, right in front of my face, in the face, you know, and I'm like, what if those were real and I could eat them? Like literally what I mean. Like I mean these ones, you know, like these, like oh my god, look how white they are. They look yummy. They look like vanilla or some shit. I don't know how vanilla plant really looks. Actually, no, yeah, I do. Never mind. But they still kind of look like vanilla. I'm like, maybe, you know, maybe I might die, you know, but still, maybe. I would not survive in fucking nature, actually, you know. But still, I have no idea what I'm gonna fucking do with when it comes to finances. But like literally, people still ask me, "Hey, what are you gonna do?" Be like, I don't know. I got like what disabilities basically, so I don't fucking know. Like I'm funny, yeah, sure. Cringe, yeah, sure. I'm good with the kids. Maybe I should work at a fucking um daycare. Maybe I should work at daycare. Maybe, probably not, because I fear that kids might get a crush on me and start fucking harassing me, because I have been harassed by kids lately, getting a crush on me a lot. Why the fuck? But still, um, like I have literally PTSD from just literally just young teenagers wanting to send me nudes. Like, why does that even happen nowadays? Like, why the fuck? Why? Like, I've encountered two fucking kids. By the way, I'm 21. Like, they were either like 16 and one was 14. One a girl, which I still have that fucking conversation in my head. Like, I was like, oh my god, that shit, like, this conversation is so innocent, you know? Like, this conversation is like about her dog. I made a comment on her video about her dog, like trying to steal her dog and jokingly, you know, because I love animals. I was like, oh my god, yeah. And then she chatted me like, hey. I was like, oh, okay, maybe she wants to send me a picture of her dog due to my reaction. Yeah, that, yeah, that turned south. Started asking me if I wanted to date her. I was like, yo, what the fuck? I was like, yo, what? I'm like, I was 20 at the time, so that happened. That shit happened last year in October or November, I think. Like, I was like, yo, what the fuck? And then again, 21 years old, a 16-year-old is on Grinder. Like I literally thought, bro was a adult. I was like, oh shit, okay, this seems to connect. Seems to be like a bit more modern, you know, type of vibe, good vibes and shit. I was like, oh my god, nice, nice, nice. Yeah, that backfired. Now I can be a lucky person, but I can be a very unlucky, and this is literally my just why well, just why type of situation. Like I don't know why, but just why. Maybe I should be in a podcast, but still, um, I'm like mentally preparing myself to have more encounters of that in the future as I get older. Because as I work on my body, more people can be attracted, which also means younger audience, which makes sense, you know, which is kind of a good thing, you know, development for them. But it becomes a hazard when they try to fucking send you nudes or try to manipulate you as a younger audience or a younger person, basically, which happens also. Kids manipulating adults, which literally is a thing that has happened. You can look at detective reports of just like teenagers being in really serious crimes, I am a nerd when it comes to those type of things. Yet again, I love psychology. I have CPTSD. It makes sense, but still, those small encounters give me PTSD as a autistic person because I now fear children. Yet again, kids love me way too much and they literally all feel so comfortable with me. But having those experiences really just has me like down. Yeah, so that's it. Yeah, so video really went off topic, but I don't care to be honest. I gotta show. Like I'm gonna be the one old man that has so many stories to tell. Like yeah yeah like back in my day, back in my okay, I used to do the voice, be able to do a good voice, but back in my day, back, back in my day, I used to be, I used to have PTSD. I used to have, I don't fucking know, trauma dumping, I guess. But yeah, got me like, oh my god, oh my god. Like I am mentally old, but at the same time, not really, because I'm like 6'7". Got me like 6'7". Like, looking 6'7". That shit's still stuck in my head. I don't know why. Got the whole world by just two numbers. Back then it was 9 plus 10 is 21. 21. Oh shit, 21. Now it's like 6'7", or even 8'9". 8 by 9 plank. It literally reminds me of that. 8 by 9. That's what they just like a wooden plank. You know. Yeah, basically kind of like a wooden plank. Some shit. Like, oh yeah, like yeah, oh yeah, mate. Do you have the do you have an 8 by 9 or some shit like yeah. Yeah, I'm a whole fucking algorithm at this point because I'm literally going on about random things. Now go drink water, okay? Be a good human being. Show some kindness. Have boundaries. Have take care of yourself. Don't try to fit in if you can't fit in. Do your own thing. Be weird as fuck. If you like, don't care if you cringe or not. Of course, don't be toxic. Try your best not to be toxic. You're still human, but still, try your best not to be toxic. Try to learn and understand different people without really judging. You can judge, sure, if that's your character, that's you, but still have an open mind to things so you learn and understand and keep developing. You don't want to be like Donald Trump, right? You don't want to be like a old man who, yeah, or pretty much any old person that literally fucking doesn't develop. You want to keep developing as you age because that's, trust me, you're gonna benefit a lot from that. Because if you want to be that cool old person, even if life isn't guaranteed to make you live that long, if you want to be that old person that really is nice to be around, the older people that really are nice to be around. If you want to be like that, fucking start now with learning things and being open-minded, even if it's like this small. Every single step that you take is very important. You can fucking, like, if you have a disadvantage, try to take that disadvantage, but don't become blind. You don't want to be blind, because the moment you thought you stop being blind and money starts coming your way, you're gonna lose that shit just like that. Because if you're literally fucking blind just because you see this, or because you're like, your ego is building up and stuff like that, you're gonna lose everything eventually. You're gonna start losing shit, because yin and yang, the whole thing of being good and evil. If you literally do good in the beginning of your life, you can have a but so you can have a very, I don't know how loud this thing is, man. Yeah, so you can really have a good life basically. I didn't know how loud the machine is because I'm literally sitting at the window. So yeah, But you get the point, though. Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah, you get the point, right? 20 minutes long video. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just full of nonsense. Yeah. Just